Welcome back into the Convocation Center. It's MAC Wrestling here on ESPN Plus. Taking on the Big Ten are the Ohio Bobcats. The Michigan State Spartans is who they've welcomed in here to the Convocation Center, and currently they are down 19-8. But this is the stretch for the Bobcats where things can really start to come back for them. It starts with Garrett Thompson here at 174 pounds, taking on Cesar Garza.
Yeah, you got to think the Bobcats are going to need at least 3 of the next 4. And it starts right here with Garrett Thompson and hopefully giving themselves an opportunity to get some bonus points.
As Thompson, he is a redshirt junior, one of the oldest ones on the team here, which is saying something for a young Bobcat squad.
Yeah, we hit 174 here. It's not to go without saying, you know, Sal Perrine, who is the Bobcats' typical 174 in the past here, out this season with some injury. Him and Zane Lehman going to take red shirts this season.
I think that's a good thing for the Bobcats in the long run.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of talked, and it was more of a conversation of, hey, let's get everybody together on one page, going in one direction for one last run in Cleveland in 2025. So as I say that, Garrett Thompson goes ahead and goes front headlock, steps over, gets a takedown.
And now he's going to get a count as he's back down on a leg. Kind of went overzealous, slid over the hips of Garza.
And I said 2025. I guess, Isaiah, it'll be 2026 by that time.
I was
Cleveland.
Almost confused myself.
It's crazy to think that we're already that far along. So we got to bounce here with 1:37 seconds to go in the first period.
Cesar Garza there, the redshirt sophomore for the Spartans. Second man from California to be wrestling for the Michigan State Spartans. There seems to be a pipeline between Michigan State, Michigan, and those California teams. Got to figure out who's the one running that. Is it Coach Chandler or is it Coach Boris over there with the Big Blue?
I'm not sure. You know, I know there's a lot of guys from even going back years that have been coming kind of from a Michigan State, California pipeline. So I'm not really sure how that kind of has worked, but you got to be good at recruiting if you could convince a kid from sunny California to come out to the state of Michigan. So whatever they've done it well.
As Garrett Thompson continues to ride tough here on Garza at 174 pounds. As he's certainly content to do some dominating here in this first period before he probably looks to open up some scoring.
Garrett Thompson, one of 3 Bobcats who are currently nationally ranked 18th in the country right now by Flow Wrestling. Lost last weekend in the finals at Michigan State to number 17 in the country, Central Michigan's Alex Kramer. So I think that's probably every day of the week you're 1-2 in the MAC conference right now at 174.
For the most part, yeah.
And so maybe a little bit of a MAC final preview last week where Thompson dropped a very close one to Kramer. Garza was, I believe, in that bracket. I am not sure how he fared there towards the end.
He took 4th there at the Michigan State Open. Opened his season with a win, with that Michigan State win at American, as they do hit a stall, and that's going to be on Thompson, as he's just not getting off the hips enough.
Yeah, had an ankle ride there.
Ankle ride, excuse me.
I think maybe just not in too big of a hurry right now. He realizes if he gets his ride out, he's got his riding time built up, gets the ride out, goes up 3-0 going into the second, and puts himself in a pretty good position. So referee maybe just kind of trying to speed some things up on the scoring side of things.
Caution to Garza. As right back to the ride goes Garrett Thompson, Murrayville, PA guy. Franklin Regional, that's a wrestling powerhouse over there in PA.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you, as we say this, 5 seconds left. Thompson's got him in a crab ride, and he's very good in this position. Garrett actually spent his summer working for a financial institute over in Pittsburgh area and was training with national champion Nico Megaludis all summer long. So definitely has some ties there to Pennsylvania and some of the guys in that area that have a very historic wrestling history. But Thompson was not a state qualifier. I'm sure I've said it in the years past. Not a state qualifier in high school, and comes to college, and a guy that just really, really works hard, does all the right things, lifting hard in the weight room, very good at wrestling. You kind of put it all together, and a recipe for success. You know, I was actually looking at him at the wrestle-offs down in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. As I said, we get an escape here. Thompson goes up 4-0. And I kind of looked over to Sal and Zane, and I said, do you think he's going to make 165 again next year? Well, a week prior to that, he was making 165, and they said he's not making it this year. And I said, well, what do you mean? They kind of explain things, and short story, basically he was too big to make 165 this year. Guys in the weight room putting on weight. This is a guy that started his career off at 157/149. We saw him wrestle 174 2 years prior while he was still weighing 157. So you can't say enough good things about Garrett Thompson, and a guy that really just goes to work, and the success has started to really come along with it.
As it's just been a hand fight here in your second period after the escape, as Thompson maybe giving up a little bit of the upper body strength to Garza here. Certainly a touch of size. I don't think it's enough to really scare Garrett Thompson away from his offense. It might just be the plan for the day.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Garza, neither guy really outside of that first takedown had a committed attack. And as I say that, Garza tries to go drag outside sweep single. I'd like to see Thompson really try to get one here with 15, 20 seconds to go. Put a few attacks together, see if he can get a takedown in the second period, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
As under 10 seconds we go here. A minute 30 of riding time is what Thompson's going to walk into the third period with.
Well, and now Garza's got to make the tough decision. Do you go down and potentially get turned? And, yeah, he's going to choose down. I don't know that that's the decision that you make if you're Michigan State here.
Considering it was just a tough ride by Thompson earlier.
Yeah.
Not really a turn ride.
There wasn't much threat, you're right, but I just don't think that even from a perspective on their feet that Garza showed much that he was going to be able to go out and get a takedown if he did get away to put the match within reach. So maybe they really just trust the guy here. And as I say that, Garza's in pretty good position. He steps over the top, and he gets a reversal. So Cesar Garza's put himself in position here now, 4-2, with riding time still in favor of Thompson.
Started there from the initial stand-up. Thompson tried to bring him back down, brought his one leg a little too far, allowed Garza to scoop it up. So now Thompson looking to get away in 30 seconds if he would like to preserve that riding time point.
Yeah, I think is what we'll see here probably is Cesar Garza going to try to wipe away at this riding time and then give Thompson the escape to go get a takedown and win it late.
Coaches are telling him to cut him now, probably giving him an actual time essence to it, but they started giving the cut signal a little early.
Yeah.
And they do cut him with the riding time still there. Focused on their guy going out and getting another takedown is what they are, Michigan State coaching staff.
Oh, wow. Garza does a nice job of faking, getting Thompson off balance. So 5-2, 9 seconds over that 1 minute mark for Thompson on the riding time. Garza, I really do believe, should have probably tried to get a ride for a little bit longer. As I say that, in on a sweep single, Thompson goes shin whizzer. And Garza's this is a big opportunity here for Garza. Thompson does a nice job to dive back in on a single of his own.
And now he can hang out here as long as he wants to. Garrett Thompson trying to bring the hips in. Now he goes over top. He could get, he's got the legs locked around the shoulder. That's 3 points. Near fall, count them. And Garrett Thompson might have just flipped this match into bonus points.
Yeah, this is an interesting, it looks like.
I think 3 points are on the mat.
Four near fall. It's going to be a major decision for Garrett Thompson.
They give him the 4. It's a major decision. Garrett Thompson 13-2.
And the Bobcat fans are on their feet. What a finish for Garrett Thompson. Cesar Garza tries to go Winn-Dixie and puts himself on his back. Thompson figure fours the head and arm and gets the takedown near fall for a 7-point swing there at the end of the match. That is massive for the Bobcats here heading into 184.